Welcome back to this live trading session, traders. Hope that you had an enjoyable trading day, and we are beginning another massive trading day. And as you can see, we had earlier few trades. The market is moving with the this session is quite important, as if you look at here is coming up quite a few important trading setup. As if you look at that, the market is really moving here, and with the current on gold especially, there was a breakup structure, and with this breakup structure here, if you look at that, there is a stronger breakup structure, and with this breakup structure, if you look at, that's a massive break below. If you look at, there is a narrow doji, and with this break, if you look at the market, this is a trend here that you can see in this downtrend, and that's pretty impressive, because the market was moving with a stronger bullish trend, and we saw the sudden breakout here. And in this live session, we will be looking at entry, and I hope that the stream is on. Can you please say hi or yes, anything in the live chat, so that I know that the stream is on. Thank you. Thank you for confirmation. Welcome. Well done. Good job. Thank you for that. And we can see, guys, this is 1 hour market structure, and in this market structure, we can see that, hello, I'm good, thank you very much, thank you for asking. We are getting, guys, an interesting market structure. I have already posted few analysis earlier, and this is an important market structure that you can see. And with this market structure, the price action showing up that there is a higher possibility. And let's first look at here what kind of, thank you very much, hello, welcome. This is pretty big week, NFP week, and in that NFP week, what do you want to see here? A big move that you can see, and the market is in fact creating that structure now, especially gold started to move very, I would say that predictably. The reason is predictably is gold currently in a after this 4 weeks massive break below, we saw that gold has dropped to this form a weekly doji, and with this weekly doji formation, this week of this support, the market has made its initial breakout here, and that's a weekly breakout. And what we can see that now at the end of the week, when we are progressing toward the second end of this week, the market started to reverse off that level, and that's interesting because the market is now breaking on the other direction of this move. So the bias here on gold, from the technical perspective, that you can see the market is creating its structure. Now let's look at here. What do we see that here? Now you can see that this is a weekly long week candlestick, and with this weekly long week candlestick pattern, that you can see the market, we saw that previous 2 days the price has risen upside here, and from that upside bias, there is a rejection of this key level, which is support turn resistance here. And with this support turn resistance, we can see the market now started to, if you look at now, started to break below in that direction. So with this breaking below here, that we are looking at this market, as we see there is a rejection of this key level. And if you look at the past few weeks, there was a stronger downtrend formation here that we have seen, and with this stronger downtrend formation, the market is slowly building its momentum back. Now, what I think that traders, if you look at the monthly, here you can see that there was a monthly long week. I think a few days ago, some traders were predicting that gold was going to reach 4800 and then reverse. I'm not sure how they predicted this so accurate and why 4800. Okay. Let me give you some thought on that. Now look, there are some ways you can understand the market movement, right? $4800 is the level of the previous key zone. Now, some of the confluences that will give you a clear understanding of how the market is going to reach. Firstly, looking at the monthly here and also the weekly. Now, this level that you can see, this is a previous support and this is a key support area, which is down resistance in that zone. And thank you, no problem, welcome. Now, looking at the intraday, okay, so this is a very high area of value, and also you can see it's also the support down resistance here. Now, one thing that you can be sure that it's always, predicting in the same way might be impossible, right? But you can predict with a very, very high accuracy if you can have some understanding of the smart money trading. That's what we look at as a trader. You don't have to be correct every time, okay? What we need to do here is to make sure that we are having an edge in the market. We are in the higher probabilistic zone. Trading is just, you need to be, this is best thing in trading because you have a lot of room for error, okay? That's why I love trading, guys. You know why? Look at, let's say you want to be a very high profile soccer player. You don't have any room for error. If you miss one shot in your goal post, it might just kick you out of the tournament. One mistake can kick you out of the tournament, right? So there is no room for error. Let's say you are defending even, you have no room for error. One miss can kick you out of the tournament, right? In the soccer. If you're a surgeon, you have no room for error. Even with 1000 surgery, you still have to be 100% accurate because one mistake can cost one life. So you have no room for error either to be a soccer player or to be a surgeon. Both start with S, but make sure that to learn soccer, you don't go to a surgeon. You have to go to the right place to learn the right thing. And that is why to be a trader, you need to be with the trader. In trading, you have a lot of room for error. So it's a trial and error method in trading. So you need to be just a little bit better than the average. That's what trading. So goal here is to know that how it works. And then you can just repeat the same process. The only thing that you need to be good at is to stay focused in a boredom. Okay? If you go to the that psychological research, you will find that boredom is the worst feeling can human being have, and that is one of the main reason why trader fail is because they don't want to stay bored and over trading, FOMO trading. But the secret is in the boredom, right? And that's why when you feel bored, just stay present. Okay, focus on the right moment and be more choosy in your trade choice, and success is going to come to you. Now we are looking at in the market for our next trade. We had earlier one trade, you guys have seen that probably. For those who are in the premium group, I guess you guys have seen that, and I just want to bring that up back again for this just for a quick display here. This is our premium trade. We had few members had on the premium group yesterday from this live session, and you are absolutely welcome here. And I believe you are enjoying this academy. Here we do the real trading, actual trading, where you are making consistent. I don't over trade, but I trade with high quality trade, and that's what we need. Now if you look at the intraday perspective here, and if you look at here with intraday perspective on gold, and this is what the first trade was open in this area, sell trade, is still market is dropping. Now why did I open the sell here? That's the question, right? If you look at, I already posted one analysis also in the premium group, and I would highly encourage you to go through each analysis. This will make you a master trader. Trading, not only trading, master trader, because here the education, guys, you will find is the actual smart money trading system that is not available anywhere, because it's trading education is the most rarest thing you will find, the real education. There's only one reason, keep in mind, and that is trading is a very difficult, but with the right education it becomes easy. And that's why it is only smart money trading education is only for the smart money. And this is the academy only here that helps the retail trader to learn the way the smart money trade the market. And you guys see that every single day I'm posting hundreds of analysis, not every single day hundreds, but every month almost nearly to, including shorts, videos, analysis, nearly to hundreds. And that's gonna change if you follow every analysis and every update for 1 month. Your trading entirely change. Either you are trading on the gold, cryptocurrency, even if you're a stock trader, if you have never been in a trading, this analysis will change the way you look at the market. So if you look at, just I have drawn a line here, right? So this is what we are looking at now. This is a mirror level, which is a support acted here as a resistance. And what we are looking at here in this move, that looking for the market to go ahead, retest, and then to return back again. This is a falling market now at the moment. We see that there is a fall already, and we want to see now the pullback of this. And also it is important for us to look at the sentiment as well as the calendar, what is coming up later. So if you look at the calendar, we are looking at the unemployment claims coming in few minutes, right? So unemployment claims within few minutes, and also what is happening with the sentiment. A few news came out yesterday with one breaking news. We saw the massive move in the market. Let's look at what is happening. It's just 10 hours. What is the latest one? I think the latest one here on 5. The red folder, that's what we will be mainly focusing on. The one is on 10 hour. Trump US forces have crippled Iran's military to an extraordinary degree. So there was some information about the recent update of the Iran US-Israel war. US operation in Iran concluded successfully. Okay, so there has been some kind of information, so which was considered as high impact, because this is where the market is going to significantly. How did that impact? Let's understand that, guys. These two, when conflict ends, trade will open up naturally. So with this news, how did the market reacted to that? We see there was a, we'll be looking at also other instrument as well. But at the moment we can see there is a bearish on gold, and also we'll be looking at the sentimental perspective on this movement in the market. Okay, at the moment there is bearish on gold that you can see, and also you see that AUD USD, which is also highly linked with gold. And you know, if you, this is another way I look at the cross currency relationship will give you confidence in your analysis. Guys, keep in mind that, because sometime, you know, that one, like for example, I'm looking at gold, maybe not giving me clear signal, not understanding either this market is going to go down or up. But if we look at, for example, on AUD USD, which is highly linked with gold, right? So if you look at AUD USD, it is showing a bearish signal here. Therefore, gold as well, you could see the downside. How do you know that AUD USD bearish signal? Let's look at the daily chart. Now you can see that there was a daily 2 days of pullback. This is a drop. So from the retracement perspective, from the Fibonacci, it just touched that 61.8%, which is the nearly to the golden issue of. Also there is a 20 EMA, and the sellers are having that sell off, because with this daily candlestick pattern, there's a long week. The market, if you look at this daily candle, the previous day's candlestick pattern close past the 10 exponential moving averages, the fast EMA. And today we see the market start to drop. This is a downtrend now, and this move, because there was an extended consolidation, head and shoulder, rejection, break from that head and shoulder. Okay, and with this break, the previous support, which is turning resistance here, a rejection. So this is a trend continuation pattern. So therefore AUD USD may look first to retest this support, and then there is an order block here, which is this red daily candle is an order block, and most likely the market to retest that order block, potentially extend below of this order block, and then could continue to rise back. And that could be the situation on AUD USD. So if AUD USD is trending down, that you can reflect back on gold, not in a mirror, but in a straight, right? So because AUD USD not mirror each other, they go in the same direction, but gold mirror with DXY. Now on daily price action on gold, which is showing that there is a bearish price action here on this lower time frame, and that is what you can see the market structure is in a bearish trend. Now before the news, this is the 4-hour price action. I would like to level up the technique. So we saw that the fundamental, the sentiment also showing bearish. Because why bearish? Now I got a few questions. Imagine market adaptively downward, after that want to take buy entry, how to know, identify pullback and or not. Okay, now that's a very valid question. Okay, this is what I more often ask. When the market is down, to take a buy, all right, you first need to know that is it a pullback or it is a reversal, right? First thing, guys, know that it's exactly very impossible, because the market depends on some unforeseen factors as well. So what is unforeseen factor? For example, technically we know that this market is bearish. This is foreseen. But unforeseen is you don't have hand on natural disaster, natural phenomena, right? Market heavily rely on natural phenomena. Also, you don't have full hand on the war, right? How the war will go. Also, it's a collective action, collective phenomena. So you don't have full hand on it. Something has, we saw that repetitively. There has been a lot of, especially in war, it's like a more secretive than trading. the strategy, right? So no one is gonna fully disclose their plan in war. It's like trading. In trading also, if you look at the smart money strategy, they're not gonna clearly explain what strategy they're using, because if it's this, then it's not gonna functional anymore. So therefore, these are unforeseen factors. Those unforeseen factors directly contribute to the market movement more than anything else, because those unforeseen factors abruptly make the market move. So therefore, is the first thing that we will not be able to exactly know, but you can know with a very high degree of accuracy. How do you know? Let's look at this part here. Now you'll get your own answer straight away. We see that some green candle up, some red candle down. Which candle you see bigger and longer? Can anyone answer that here? Thank you very much. Which candle you see green candles or red candles? Which candle you see that bigger and longer? I think some of them typing, I see. Okay, let me finish so you can progress. Red, very good, welcome. So bigger and longer is red. Probably you were thinking here. Okay, red, yeah, thank you. All right, so you know that now, which way, who is going to win. Bigger and longer is going to win. That's what trading is. It's same as what as I mentioned. Bigger and longer is going to win. That's the probability, right? Because if you look at that, this is a 4-hour bearish engulfer, which has a long wick at the top and also long wick at the bottom, right? With a healthy body in it. Now this 4-hour candlestick pattern, if you look at, it's a large bearish engulfer, followed by, if you look at, there's another big large candlestick pattern showing that. And see that how the green candle has formed. The green candle has formed with a smaller body, right? You see that smaller body comparison with the red. So that means that the sellers are stronger in that market. So therefore, it is not a potential pullback. It is a reversal. So what is the example of pullback? Look at this one here. Right? This is, see that large green candle, crossover of 10 and 20 MA, and see the red candles here, back to back, two smaller. So the smaller is not going to win, is going to break, and you can see the market next one start to bounce back up. That's how looking at the practical way and to trade with the trend based on the probability, right? So if you look at here, now 4-hour price action, if you look at, this is a 4-hour bearish engulfer, which still have 2 hours to go. Now, because it's falling market, we will be looking at in that area that we are looking at for the market to go up for a pullback and then to reject back off that level. For 1 hour candle close, and with this 1 hour candle close, now if the market goes up for this pullback, we are looking at selling here. There is an imbalance here in that market. This is what we will be looking at for a potential sell in that area. With this bearish engulfer, if you look at from this here, a big drop, pullback, and we are looking at another potential sell. So as in coming up in unemployment claims, which is in just a matter of, if you look at that, it's in my zone 25 to 30 minutes, still we can look for an entry in that area. Okay, so I'm looking at now on the 1 minute chart. You see that there is a downtrend continuation here, which is showing up that the market is going to drop in that area. Okay, so this is a downtrend. All right, so here is 1 hour candlestick close. Yes, this is what you can see. Red candle. Yep, that's what you can see from the 1 hour perspective. And with this move that we are looking at for this market to eventually break that low here. Now this move up might be bringing a potential opportunity for us to sell this market, and I will be looking at here. We'll be considering for potential sell because there is a bearish engulfer that you can see in this time frame, and going up could be potential entry opportunity. You might be using a pending order like we did yesterday, or directly market order depending on how the market structure is being formed. Thank you. Red candle. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so here is what you can see, that this is a trend line that you can see in that area, and with this trend line, now the market is, if you look at, it's pushing back up here, right? With this upside bias, what we are looking at for this market to eventually break below. Now here I'm going to use a pending order. If you look at our previous session, we looked at that on this one here for this market to eventually, we used the previous trade that I have posted in the premium group as well. Now here I'm looking at in this area for the market to eventually come down back below, right? Here I'm going to use a pending order, guys, because you don't know how much it's gonna eventually go up for a pullback, and with that pullback the market is eventually coming down for another break below in that area. So this is what I will be using a pending order in that area, which is going to look at short entry. I would like to place little lower here because you see, the more often the market come down, create a false breakout, and then go back again to the upside. So I'm here looking at this zone, which is giving me 124 pip stop loss, and we will be looking at this market. If it successfully break below, we are looking at here in that area, right? This is what you can see in this market. In the meantime, traders, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. And also, did you like the stream? Don't miss out to subscribe. There is a lot to take from here. Every single day I'm posting heaps of analysis, and that's gonna entirely change the way you look at the market. All right, so here is, I'm looking at in this zone for placing a sell stop order. So sell stop placing in that area, and with this sell stop order that we are looking at to target here, keeping stop loss above this high. Thank you very much. So I'm also sending the same trade here, sell stop on the premium group. Right, I placed a sell stop at this level, and looking at where it is going. Stop loss 4604.10, and take profit target looking at 4566.02. Right, guys. Now you saw there was a breakout here, but I think that might be a false breakout. If it is a false breakout, we could see the market eventually coming down back below here to fill that zone here to this imbalance. Awesome. Thank you. I'm ready for this one here, and I place a little lower the stop loss. You can see that the entry a bit of passing this point is because of, so that we have enough room for this market to, that to create a new lower. We might see that eventually dropping off this level, which we could see, but I always look at to trade on a higher possibility zone. I'd like to delete this trend line here. If you look at the 15 minutes here, back to back 2 dodges. What that signal? That might be selling pressure. What is the sell limit, please? Sell limit. Okay, sell limit, not sell limit, sell stop. So if the market drops, we will be selling. If you're not dropping, we will not be. Sell stop at 4591.80. Awesome. It's coming last. Let's buy, sir. Wait, no, it's a falling market. If the trade not triggers in the next 10 minutes, we will be closing the pending order. This is a pending order. We're not gonna buy here because it's a falling market, guys. Trading with the trend is very important, okay? In every aspect of your life. Keep in mind, always trade with the trend. It's important, very important. If you see a fashion show, the clothes is everyone is wearing, buy that, okay? Like that. Go with the flow. It's much more energy efficient, because being different is important, but you need to also go with the flow so that you are not being too expensive to go around, right? You need to go with the flow. It's important. All right. Now we have placed the sell stop here, and we are waiting for the market to break below. If it doesn't, if it goes up, we will be closing the pending order and we will be waiting for the news to come up for another one. Okay, it's trying to push back here. Going up means that if it goes up, we will not be doing anything here, because I'll be only selling this market if we see that if we see the market is showing that pattern in that area. Okay, so with this here, the market is trying to break that high. Still, we don't see much sign of coming down. After this candle close, we might see, but our pending order will be valid for the next 6 minutes, guys. So to see that if it is coming down here. Is there any other factors contributing to the okay, we can see if you look at the calendar here, there is I don't see any news. Come on, where is it gone? I think there is no unemployment claims coming, right? It was here. So today there isn't any high impact news coming anymore, which was done with Trump's speech that you can see on the news. Tomorrow is that, but the market is as usual with the sessions opening gonna really crack here. And I'm really excited to see how we can enter the trade, and I'm still keeping. So there is no news coming. So who mentioned that there is a news coming? I think I also thought that. So there is no significant red folder news. It might be a green folder, yellow folder. I usually don't follow the yellow folder or the gray folder. I only look at the high impact. So that means we'll leave this pending order here until the market decides if this is coming down or going up further. However, if this market entirely go back to this mirror level, breaking this resistance line here, we will be here on this resistance. If the market goes here, we'll be looking for sell off that level. You mean unemployment? Yeah, unemployment claims. I saw somewhere unemployment claims. Some interestingly, probably I missed that news schedule. Where did I saw that unemployment claims? Just looking at previously. Okay, so I was looking at here maybe unemployment rate. Come on. We see unemployment rate which is coming tomorrow. So there is no unemployment claims coming today that you can see. Probably I was on a different pair, different instrument. Has that been changed? You see that? Okay. All right. So Sometimes it's called the parallax. Okay. So there is unemployment claims coming, right? So it was, yeah, it was red folder. I think it's changed to yellow folder. That's what happened, because it was there, right? Below this there was an unemployment claims, and probably later it changed to yellow folder. Let's filter with the yellow folder. You might come apply filter. So there's a lot. Anyway, we see that there's some kind of change. I normally just keep eye on, because too many, if we look at the too many news, it's gonna confuse you. Yes. Yep. Okay, that's completely okay. So let's see that the market will have some kind of reaction to that area. Absolutely. So, but at the moment, what you can see, the price action here showing few smaller candlestick formation here in this area. You see the 15 minutes? This candle will close with this 30 minutes move. And that might be coming with another rejection of this. And that is what, this is a narrow doji. It's trying to break above here and off this level. I'm looking at for another entry opportunity in that area, and it still keep moving up. Okay, the 4-hour resistance line reached. This is another important level. I think we would be able to look for sell by market entry shortly that I'm looking at, because the market came to a key level and I would be looking for potentially a sell by market order. First, let the market push up in that area. It reached to an important key level. So if you look at the 4-hour, this is the intraday resistance line, 4-hour resistance. And this is the 4-hour open and close. Here we are looking at in this zone for a drop down back below. And 1 hour, if you look at the 1-hour market structure, this is the 1-hour candlestick potentially going back to fill liquidity in that area. So for me, this 4-hour candle is less likely to go ahead and creating a new higher high here. If you look at this 4-hour, it's the 4-hour resistance, and okay, so this is the intraday resistance line, and with this intraday resistance, it is less likely that this intraday candle will eventually go ahead and create a new higher high, because there is a stronger bearish move. So this move that we are seeing starting from here, okay, let's delete the pending order. It's gone too far and I would like to delete the pending order. Okay, and we will be entering by market shortly. Okay, so it's going here to this level, and I will be looking at shortly after potentially sell, because it's gone way up here. This is an area of imbalance. Okay, I will be opening sell by market in this trade of this level, and we will be keeping little upper stop loss, because if the market goes ahead and cross this 4-hour resistance line, that I don't want to get out stopped out. Instead, I am opening a sell by market, leaving my TP target below here, which will be 2 to 1 nearly, which is a sell by market order. Now there is a news coming, but this may not be very high impact, so I'm still opening. Okay, awesome. I've opened a sell here, traders. Hope that you guys on this, and make sure you like this stream, and also don't forget to subscribe for more. And here we want to catch second trade of today, and I will be happy to catch nearly to even 100 pip. Will be not a bad move with this 4-hour resistance the market reached, and off that level, as this is the 1-hour price action, and they're expecting it to have a potentially a rejection of this higher price. So 30 minutes price action, if you look at this 30 minutes price action, also kind of closing in that area, which could eventually have, you see that the market has reached a very, very key area of value. And off that key area of value, I'm looking at this market to see the 30 minutes candle closed and price action to show its downside move in that area. Okay, so we are on profit, running in profit. Let's wait to see this move to come back here to that at least 200 pip. I'll be happy to take on 100 pip. It's an overextended to the upside. So you're up 27 pip. This is scalping moves, so I will not be running very long. As long as it came to enough profit, we will be exiting with good amount of profit. It's a risk managed trade, so no problem. You have to look at. So getting some rejection of this resistance that you can see. So we see some rejection in that area coming down, and we will be holding on to that. I'm still holding on to that, and there is still possibility for further downside. Okay, holding on to that, which is running now 54 pip, and there is a chance for further bearish move. Awesome. Okay, we are running 66 pip profit, and I'm closing this trade right now with the running profit, which is good profit running. Take profit, saying I'm in the group, which gave me another massive trade. I would say it's a massive because we just have opened it with around 66 p profit. Thank you. Done. It's still just the beginning, it's not ending, guys. So don't miss out. Just I would like to see if you really want to know the strategy that I used, and you want to use the same system over and over again, stay tuned for more update on this. And also in the meantime, don't miss out two things. Subscribe to the channel, press that subscribe button for more, and also press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Have you done that? Awesome. Now, profit taken. Say yes if you have taken the profit, and say how many pips you have taken. That is cool. Now here, if you look at what is the logic, let's understand now the logic and reason behind each trade. Okay, so this is where a complete of everything, right? So you need to know the logic, you need to know the reason, and also you need to know the sentiment. That is where you become a complete balanced trader. When you understand the logic and you understand the sentiment, and then you trade based on the current. And in fact, this is where missing piece in many aspects, right? Some might be very emotional, very sentimental, but don't understand the logic and reason. Some might be very logical and reasoning, but don't understand the sentiment. Okay, but they work together. If you look at the nature, you will see that one is masculine and another is feminine aspect of everything. Logic and reason, which is the masculine, and sentiment or the emotion is the feminine. When you look at both of them, market also has the same aspect, because within everything there is always two things. So that's where, if you look at now, what is the primary contributor of this trade that we have open logic, is that logic is maths, right? So if you look at the mathematically, the market has just been in an important area of value. Okay, if you look at here, series of lower high, series of lower high, series of lower high, and then in this area here, it almost came to the level firstly, and it came from a very low price. And earlier we have seen the market is in a trend, so we can see that there is a very higher possibility for this market to remain downside, and that has, we can see that played out accordingly here in this market. Now the 4-hour perspective, we can see the market is at this level, and this is why I have opened this trade, because there was a significant bounce from this low, which was showing that there is a higher possibility for this market to drop here back below. So the 1 hour price action that you can see here, this is a 1 hour candlestick pattern, which has closed, not yet. We still have 20 minutes for this candle to close, and the market might have, I think, for limited time here in a range, and then we could see false breakout, then breaking below here. So with the 1 hour candle close coming, that might go ahead and closed here somewhere, and then we could see the trend back down in this market. The unemployment claims data has just been released at 202,000, lower than both the forecast and the previous number, which is gradually positive for USD. Okay, so unemployment claims came out to be lower than the previous. Somehow it didn't show here as a red folder. Okay, awesome. Do you think we can see a bounce on the indices such as Nikkei 225 and NASDAQ? Any idea on WTI? I think it's time for sell at $1 or $2 profit for barrel. WTI, if we look at I wouldn't be a seller at the moment on WTI. WTI trend is up, that you guys can see here, which is showing that quite significantly in an uptrend. And this is a pretty stronger resistance line that you can see on WTI. And in this uptrend on WTI, here is a, you see, this is a key level on WTI, and with this key level, this is the previous resistance line, and what you could see here on WTI, with this initial breakout on WTI, which is a big, large bullish price action, the market might be potentially going here back above to create a new higher high. So WTI, we can see that it is an uptrending market structure. And in that uptrend on WTI, we could see that the price to eventually continue to rise here back above to create a higher high. And therefore, the potential for WTI to remain upside is higher. I wouldn't be a seller on WTI. And with that upside bias on WTI, the market on XAUUSD may remain bearish. And you could see that it is remaining bearish here. And you can see the market structure showing that on XAUUSD before this 1 hour candle close, trying to break below. And the market may remain here downside for a bit of extended period of time here in that area. And this is what I'm looking at, guys. With this break, if you look at from this level, had a move back to the upside, and from that zone they're expecting on XAUUSD after retest for the market eventually to cross that high and then to return back below to the major direction of the trend. Thank you very much. Do you hear me? Any idea on WTI? I think it's time for sell. No. WTI, I wouldn't be a seller. It's eventually a bullish market, an uptrending market, and we will be looking for only sell here. And I hope that you enjoyed this trade. Are you going for the next one? Ready for the next one? Ready? Awesome. Thank you. We'll be looking at now. Here is the okay, for us to be able to enter the next one, if you see this is a 15 minutes candle close, you would like to see that it's trying to push up again because it's a falling market. If this price go back again for another retest, we are looking for another sell here in that market. Thank you. Here's looking for this market to go up and retest for us to be able to give us a selling opportunity in that market. As we are looking at for this market to eventually break that high and then to revert back again in the major direction of the trend. Okay, it's getting reacted of this key resistance line that you can see. The market is maintaining that downtrend, still here in that area. Okay, there is a 15 minutes doji, and this 15 minutes doji also closing with the 1 hour candle close. The 1 hour candle close potentially be significant here, and with this candle close we might see some kind of pullback. So the current recent level of resistance is here, They're looking for this market to eventually show up pattern, to show up that the market is here to give us that potential entry. And here it is creating a consolidation pattern. We're going to see that the price is going back again for another retest of this high. And I'm looking to go long here. Thank you very much. 4603. Yes, we are looking at long. Oh, come on. I'm not looking at long here because this is a 4-hour doji. And, you know, unless this 4-hour candle closing as a doji, even in that case, I would say this is still bearish. This is a falling market, and at the moment, so I wouldn't be look for sell. Pardon, buy. We had one sell trade earlier, and 2 trades. One during the London session, the other one is now. Okay, so here the market is slowly creating a structure. We might see that there is a trend line being created. And off that trend line, we are looking at here in that market to break below. That might be bringing a potential opportunity here for us to be able to come down and to create a new lower low. Awesome. Thank you. No, I close fully. I didn't take partial. In most of them I take fully because we are scalping and we don't want to just let that profit go away again. All right, so it's full profit taken in that area. So with this 15 minutes candlestick pattern, you see that this is potentially closing as a doji. Might be able to see further bearish move in that area. So there is a break coming here on the 1 hour. If you look at, this is pretty longer candlestick pattern. Now was expecting this candlestick pattern to close above. If it is closing above, we could see that further deepens. So after this false breakout, we can see the market structure is still showing potentially downtrend. Now, it's entirely broken off this key level. We wanted to see here how does 1 hour candle closing? I was waiting for further. If the candle closed here, would be a good idea. Now this is already closing with a very narrow doji. It is still can have another rejection back to the upside here. So therefore, this is an interesting price action that is being formed, and I'll be waiting here for more a deeper area of value in that area. Okay, with the 1 hour candle close, it just has created bearish move. So the market is, we can see that there is a stronger break of this level, strong breakdown, still maintaining the downtrend. Here is a key support that you can see. It's a massive break. I'll be waiting for after this kind of move, better to wait for a pullback. So 1 hour candle close, and you can see the market is maintaining its downtrend, and we could see that continuation back below here in that area, and that could take this price back below to create a new lower low in this market. We'll see that where it is heading, and based on that we will be looking at entry here in this market. We had taken profit in the yes was patient. Yeah, still taken profit. The trade is closed and looking for the further entry, and while also looking at in this area for the market to give us an entry opportunity here in that zone. NASDAQ, we'll be looking at. Okay, here from this support the market is if you look at from this support, the price is going up to hit that level where there is a 1 hour resistance. It's trying to break above, and this is what we will be looking at for this market to eventually come down back below. See that where it is heading, and based on that we can look for an entry here in that market. Here I'm looking at, guys, this is a key level. That in that key level we are looking for this market to, from this high, to retest that low, which could be that the market to break down below here in that area. This is a pretty strong rejection that you can see from this high. It was a significant drop that you can see here in that area, and that is, if you look at this, is there is another 15 minutes candle close coming, the first 15 minutes of this 1 hour price action. And if you look at the 4 hour, it has shown on a big bear move, and therefore, you know, here I will be looking to see that the market is still remaining downside, that you could see here. looking for an entry because there is a break below. Here we might see a potential pullback here for another entry. We might see here what I think another potential entry in this zone, and this is the 15 minutes candle close coming. If you look at, and that 15 minutes candle is important because this is where the market is showing that there is a bearish price action, and that might be bringing that market for another potential drop here. The 5 minutes close, 15 minutes close, and if you look at the 1 minute here, it is creating quite a few narrow, smaller dodges here, and that 15 minutes candle close might be showing that there is a potential for further liquidity sweep here. So it's 15 minutes candle close, and that's a pretty long bearish candlestick pattern that you can see has closed. Can I look at NASDAQ? If we look at the NASDAQ here, can look at All right, so here is the NASDAQ, and we can see the NASDAQ. If you look at the weekly, this is the weekly market structure. From the monthly here, that you can see there is a long monthly bearish rejection of this level. From the weekly, we can see that series of lower high, quite a few weeks, and with this series of lower high, the price has created a long wick at the top here, and with this long wick candlestick pattern creation, the market may here remain potentially to the downside. If you look at the daily, and because there is a daily bearish engulfer here, with this daily bearish engulfer and the 4-hour perspective here on NASDAQ, the market may, if you look at here, there is an inverted head and shoulder from the 4-hour, and one single move back to the upside, which reached that, which has in fact broken this trend line, and now slowly it's breaking below. The chances for that this market may come back here to test this support level. So you could see that NASDAQ is remaining bearish in that area. So NASDAQ is bearish, that you can see, along with also gold is showing that there is a significant downtrending market structure here on gold, and that might remain in that zone for a bit of time, as the market structure showing that there is a higher possibility for this price action to maintain its downtrend. We had two successful trade today. One is on the premium group, the other one is in this group in this live session, and I'm looking for more entry later today, and I believe that you guys also enjoying the live session that I'm doing every single day. We do have some lucky members have on the premium group, and I believe that everyone deserves that. Everyone really want to be part of the trading community. And also there will be a Sunday Zoom session coming this Sunday. If you want to also explore more about the academy, and probably you also get access to that, so make sure you join the Sunday Zoom session. There is a free Telegram link given, and also the Zoom link for the session available on the free Telegram this Sunday on 5th of April during the London session time. Okay, I have shared that time here. This might be due to the daylight saving little different. I think I have to readjust it. So there is a daylight saving coming, but you'd be able to see the timing there, and that is where you will be able to see you guys. In this time, we will be we'll have explored a lot about the strategy trading system that we are trading every single day. And now here we can see that there is a the market structure here is still showing downtrend, and you could see that it's still looking back here to the bearish side. What would be the pullback? What would be the pullback zone, sir? Okay, so the pullback zone, that's a very good question. All right, let's look at the 4-hour. We have seen that from this high here, as we looked at in the beginning of this session, we are discussing about for the selling from that level. And with this resistance line from that zone, we are looking at potential downside move. Now, with this current price action here, the market is showing that there is a higher chance for further bearish move. This is the 15 minutes candle that you can see whenever going up, the sellers pushing that market down. and therefore the trend may continue here. In a situation where the market goes up, could be the 4614 level a key zone that you could see the market going pull back. But I think this market may continue to drop. If you look at, this is the 5 minutes candlestick pattern, also showing that there is a downtrend. Now if this one is closing as a green doji, for example, of that green doji the market is going up, then we might see that you can see it's breaking below. So there's no strong sign of, if you look at that, going up. Instead you can see there is a bearish price action is being formed, and if in case the market is going up here for another liquidity sweep, we might see this price action eventually to pull back to that level. But I think it's gonna potentially continue to trend here. If you look at the 15 minutes here, also showing that there is a potential for further downside move. Except now it's going up for another here it is in the market in a healthy trending market move in that way. So if this 15 minutes, if you look at, there is a narrow doji being formed, still I see there is a higher possibility for continuation below. Now before this 15 minutes candle close, if the market goes up here for another liquidity sweep, we may see that this market to eventually come further downside here. Depending on how the market structure being formed. There's a 30 minutes candle close coming as well. There's an imbalance here. So the bias here is still downside. And how does the market currently moving as with the current price action and the upcoming news? So there is a news from the Iran's armed forces. The conflict will persist until the enemy surrenders. So there is a, I think when it has come out, 7 hours ago. Okay. Now, okay, there is a move back here before this candle close. So with this breakout that you can see, the market is eventually here heading back to the upside for another liquidity sweep. This is the 4-hour price action that you can see, which is, if the market goes again with this 4-hour move that we have close to positions, if you look at, if the market goes again, that might create another opportunity for us to go short on in this instrument. Okay, so this is what we could see the market to show up here in that area. And That's key to look at. That's key to look at here. This 4-hour candle is important because that one has shown bearish move, and the market structure could eventually, if it goes up again for another liquidity sweep, we might see that the market to drop back below here. This is what we're looking to see, where the market is heading. So 13th candle closed, and we can see that there is a narrow doji. I think there is another possibility for this market to go up and retest this high. What do you think? So based on that, we will be looking at another entry. Don't you think so? I would like to start with a pool. Do you think gold is going to go ahead and retest this open of this session? That means 4621. So I have shared a pool, and you guys can see yes and no. And I show that interestingly, 95% of the time the pool has come out to be right. So let's see that what majority of them thinking. And based on that, we will be looking for the next entry. We had a very high win rate this week as well. This is NFP, guys. Don't miss out any part of this live session. And also today, tomorrow coming a big day, NFP. And I would like to trade you, all of you there. And in this NFP, again, yesterday we had quite a few new members on the Premium Academy, where also I'm sharing my premium signal indicators. So this indicator now exclusively available for the premium members. The only I cannot give here is because there are some limitations to give here. So if you are on the premium group, I can share with you many of the updates, and where also there are some video education that I can share with you. So you can, if you look at some of the trade that it has generated, this is not only indicator, this is a direct trade generator. If you look at here, okay, sell, stop, sell, all of them successful. This one successful, this one successful, this one successful, this one successful, this one not successful. Now these are 3-to-1, 5-to-1 reward to risk ratio trade. Now not only that, you can use this indicator in alert format. So directly it will send you trade alert as push notification on your TradingView account. You don't need anything, just a free account on TradingView. That's all you need. So to access this tool, this signal generator, the only thing that you need a premium membership. Okay. So to be premium member, this one as well as a winner, massive winner, guys. So the only thing, keep in mind the trading carry risk. Okay, you need to be able to manage the risk. That's the key. That's what the lesson is needed here to use this tool. Now to be a premium member, the only pathway now you have to enter the academy, only dedicated member that we are taking to the group, premium group. And tomorrow during this, yesterday we had few members join and currently no space available, but tomorrow in this session when we will be trading NFP live, if there is any spots available, you guys can directly join there. So make sure you stay connected by subscribing to the channel and also press the notification bell, and also stay connected by joining the free Telegram, where also I'm posting whenever the sports available, so that you guys can join. So sometime 2 sports, 3 sports, sometime 5 sports available, sometime no sports for the whole week. But in this live session we are learning the best, right? I'm not leaving anything here, but except some of the premium education that I cannot give here. Otherwise I would give everything here. I didn't need anything in return. The only thing that guys you need is dedication, because you want to commit to help the dedicated trader. I see the likes is still not going up. Make sure it goes up to the top. And now we also trading every single day in this live session, and almost except few days, some day will be loser. I can't guarantee that every trade will be winner, but the goal here is not to win all, but to keep a high win rate. And that is what we are looking at in this trading session. All right, so let's look at that here. Now, if you look at in this area, we will be looking at the next entry. The market is trending here at the moment, and I would like to trade on a trending market. That's what we are looking at. Got a few long week candlestick pattern formation here, and as we discussed, that pullback might be going to this zone here. Okay, so if you are using with a manual entry with this trade signal generator, for those who are already using, make sure you use 15 minutes or above. Okay, that's why you have some time to analyze yourself. This is an aiding tool. You don't have to take all those trades, right? Look at the BTC USD. Okay, so this sell trade strongly drop. You can apply at anything. Okay, BTC USD, this is a winner, this is a winner, this is a winner, this is a winner, this red winner, this red may not be winner, this green loser, this is a winner. So especially when the market is trending, if you are using NASDAQ in the same way, or US 30, so if you are using on NASDAQ, where's the NASDAQ? If you're using tool this NASDAQ, sell. You see that here, buy. So this didn't work. This worked, this worked, this worked, this didn't work. Okay, so double check with your own eyes again for if you think there is risk management is key, lot size calculation is key, and that's gonna give you a better idea. Okay, so you can even use WTI as well. So WTI, bullish, bearish. I normally don't use it, but it can be applied in anything, any instrument. Even look for something probably you haven't traded, let's say on an instrument you never trade, but it's still, because the same logic, same strategy, same algorithm. That's the beauty of having a trading tool that you can rely on, because as strategy, the charts moves in the same way, right? That's why trading is freedom. That's what I tell you guys, learn trading, because you know, if you trade on gold on 1 minute, for example, you can trade on anything on the daily chart, same candlestick pattern, same strategy. Okay, you know, you can trade on Tesla, Google, stock market in the daily chart, same way, right? Wake up in the morning, look at the chart, look at the trend. So to become a trader, what you need to know? Few smaller things, guys. Few smaller things. You need to know how to read the trend. Okay, once you can read the trend, you are 70% ahead in your trading. either you are a forex trader, stock trader, future trader, or past trader, doesn't matter. Same chart, same strategy applied everywhere. Learn to read the trend. Once you can read the trend, just trade with the trend. Buy from a pullback. Keep stop loss, keep risk management, and you can trade anything in this world. Right? So that's where you need to look at. Now, how can you do that? By learning the simple strategy. And that's why if you are in the premium group, make sure you go at the top of the group, pinned all those lessons, all those video tutorial, step by step, how to read the market structure, how to trade, how to understand the fundamental, how to trade based on the timing. Everything is there. Every details of available for you to learn and grow as a trader. You can see some bearish price action here. So it form a triple bottom. There might be, or I think here, deeper pullback, and that for us to be able to enter the next trade here, that you want to see that the market structure is growing above here, crossing this high potentially to give us another entry. So this is where there is a triple bottom, and that triple bottom might be crossing here, potentially going back to cross this high here. Okay, the market is in a sideway at the moment. How about the current sentiment in the market? That you can see. So quite a few here. We don't see any big high impact news, which is the market now potentially trading towards the upcoming NFP. NFP is important. As you can see, we are progressing towards the biggest event of this month, and we'll be trading NFP very shortly, while we are looking forward to see a big trading week to come again. And I believe you guys had here enjoyed this session. We're here and we traded this another big trading day pre-NFP, and tomorrow we are progressing towards another trading session, and I'd like to see you there, guys. Again, I'm almost at the end of this session, but not at the end of trading. We are progressing towards a big busy trading week. Tomorrow coming up another big trading days and week, and we'll see you there again trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy, keep up.